Hello. What does it mean to make it count? It means to dare. It means to believe. It means to have hope. It means to be resilient. It means to persist in the pursuit of your life's purpose and what sets your soul on fire. What does it mean to make it count? It means to live your life in a way that inspires and empowers other people to pursue their dream. To live your life in such a way that people can look at you and they are filled with hope. They are filled with inspiration. They are filled with the ability to dream. And they are filled with the knowledge of knowing that everything is possible. What does it mean to make it count? It means to live your life in such a way that is relevant, that is impactful and meaningful. You see, when you understand that you are not ordinary, you embrace everything that is within you and you use it to make your life count. You use it to create impact in our world and in this society. Welcome to Make It Count, the ultimate platform to inspire and empower you to understand, to embrace the power that is within you, and to help other people live a life of legacy. Today, I'm honored and I'm privileged to welcome you all in this show, and I'll be taking you guys on a journey, a very beautiful journey, where you will understand the things that are hidden, are placed within you, where you get the courage and the strength to go into areas where other people are scared to go. And I'm very humbled to launch this program today with some amazing people in my life, people that have always been there to support me and to give me the courage that I always need. With this show, it's very simple. I'm going to do something I call the Power Talk. The Power Talk is a short message of empowerment, just to open your eyes to realize that there is nothing you cannot do if you believe. At the same time, I'm going to be interviewing people from right here in North America, in Central America, South America, in Europe, Africa, Asia, people that are making their lives count. And when I talk about making your life count, even the little things you do, the little impact you create is still part of the process of making your life count. So many times, we want to do big things overnight. But life is a process. It takes time. Patience is needed to develop, to grow, to understand one's personality and oneself. And today, with this show in episode 1, I'm going to talk about the foundation. What is the foundation? We all live in a world that is fast-paced, and sometimes we go hectare-scatter. We fail to take a time to just think, to just understand what makes our soul beat. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about your creation. Why are you here on earth? That is the biggest question that we all have to answer. And so many a times, we go through life without knowing why we're living on earth. We go through life fulfilling other people's dreams, doing things that are not in line with our dreams. But I'll break it down today. You know, I believe in the power of God. I believe that God created us to be unique, to accomplish things that only us can do. That is why there is a system called the fingerprint system. There is nobody on earth that has identical fingerprints. When we understand life from this point of view, it's going to guide us, the way we talk, the way we make decisions, and never to give up in life. Your identity is your identity. There is no two Anshal in this world, only one. There is no two ordinary kings, only one. That tells me mentally that I have to pursue something that is unique to me, that only me can accomplish in this world. And through Make It Count, I understand that my life has a meaning. I was created for a purpose. And if I don't achieve that purpose, it's not on anybody, but it's on me. I will give you an example of a chair. Look at that beautiful chair over there. It's simple. I can come in every day, I clean the chair, I make it look nice. Whatever I have to do to make the chair look nice, I can do that all day, every day. But I can tell you one thing, that chair is never going to be fulfilled. Do you know why? Because the chair is not living its purpose. Even though I'm doing everything in my power to ensure that the chair is as clean as possible, looks so nice as possible, still the chair is frustrated. It is the same thing that happens to human life. We can all look nice, pretty, handsome. We can all put on whatever we want to put on to look nice for the world to see. We can drive nice cars. We can live in big mansions. But there is still a hole in our hearts. Why? Because we are not fulfilling the purpose for which we were created. Our purpose goes far beyond our human understanding. In the case of the chair, the only time the chair will be happy if I sit on it. Why? Because the chair was created to be sat on. Anytime you sit on the chair is happy because the chair is fulfilling its purpose to be sat on. As simple as that. When it comes to human life and human existence, the things that sets our soul on fire is the ability for us to pursue those things that is in our hearts. It's the ability for us to get up in the morning and know that we have something we're living for that is bigger than our human imaginations. That's what I call Make It Count. I can work 9 to 5. I can do all these things. Yes, it's part of life, it's part of the process. But the job doesn't give me happiness. I've done so many things in my life. I've worked for different corporations in my life. But I could tell you, the most times I've been frustrated were the times I was doing 9 to 5. Why? Because I wasn't fulfilling my purpose. Today, I feel I am fulfilling my purpose. Not just today. I've been fulfilling my purpose for a long time now. But today is unique because I'm doing something I'm passionate about. I've discovered that God has blessed me with a gift to inspire, to empower. And I'm using that to do that. That's why I feel happy. That's why I can come out today. I'm full of energy. I'm excited because I know I'm living my purpose. How do you know you're living your purpose? When work becomes joyful. When you work hard for something you don't like, that's called stress. When you work hard for something you enjoy, you love, that's called passion. And today, I'm fulfilling that passion. I'm living that passion because I feel this is the reason why I'm existing. This is the reason why I came into this world. And I want to challenge each and every one of you. Look at your lives. I can assure you that you're not just a number in the sand. Even if you were born out of wedlock, there is still a purpose for which you came into this world. You might be born poor, but you were not meant to be poor. You might be born sick, you were not meant to be sick. You might be born in a family that is dysfunctional, but you were not meant to be in that situation because there is a story behind everything. What's your story? How can you use your story to inspire people? Can people look at you and say, because of her, I never gave up in life? Can people look at you and say, wow, what a beautiful life? The only way people can say these things is when you're inspiring them to fulfill your destinies. You see, one thing about life, when you're on a journey to make your life count, you don't have to worry about naysayers. You don't have to worry about what people say, because part of the process of life is coming face to face with negativity. No one can escape from that. In order to make your life count, you must lose your fear of failure and your fear of being disliked by other people. Because when you hold on to fear, three things always happen. One, you lose your God-given power. That God-given power is the ability to pursue what God created you to accomplish on earth. The second thing that happens is you lose your focus, the will to concentrate. You lose it. And finally, what happens when you allow fear to take over you is you lose your ability to rise up every time you fall. You see, in life you will fall. What matters is not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. They say winners never quit and quitters never win. Anytime you give up in life, you've shut every possibility and every opportunity that will have come your way. Some people are so focused about negativity that they don't see what's ahead of them. I'm here to inspire you today. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm not a motivational speaker. Motivation only fuels your energy for a little while and it's gone. I'm here to inspire you, so that when you leave this place today, you will understand that you're not just a number. You're someone that matters in this world. The value that you have is priceless. That is why human trafficking is one of the worst crimes of humanity. Because humanity, there is no price tag when it comes to humanity. Same thing with your life. You can't be bought for anything. It don't matter if somebody wants to give you $10 million, it still can buy the value of your life and the value of your soul. I want you to take a look at yourself, and I want you to understand that you are precious. I know each and every one of you are going through battles. You're fighting through a lot of things. That's part of life. In order to get to the mountaintop, you have to go through hurdles. That's prerequisites for greatness. In order to make your life count, you have to face those challenges. But now it's all about the mindset. How do you see yourself? That is the most important question. To make your life count, you have to see yourself the way God sees you. You have to believe in who you are. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It doesn't matter the people who disrespect you, because people are always going to disrespect you. People are always going to look at you with low self-esteem. People are always going to say negative stuff about you. That's life. But what differentiates successful people and unsuccessful people is that successful people, they've developed a powerful mindset. They have a thick skin. They don't care about what people say. And that's the right way to go about life. Not to care about what people say. Because the truth is, nobody knows you more than the person who created you. Nobody knows you more than yourself. The creator of this chair knows the functions of those chairs. He can tell you what this chair can do and can't do. Same thing with you. Your life is meant to be out of the ordinary. If you ever think that your life is ordinary, I challenge you today. When you leave this place, rethink. You're here to make your life count. Whatever industry, whatever dream, whatever direction you want to take, you're here to make your life count. When you get into your car, the reason you get into your car is because you're going somewhere. Am I right? Am I right? I want to hear your voices, beautiful people. Am I right? Yeah. The reason you get into your car is because you're going somewhere. My question to you is, do you get into your car and drive with no direction? No. You get into your car because you're going somewhere. Even if you don't know where you're going to, you have the GPS. Whatever you have Waze, whatever navigation app you want to use, you have those to guide you to get to your destination. It's the same thing with life. You cannot enjoy life. You cannot fulfill life when you don't know what your purpose is all about. Because when you don't know what your purpose is all about, you have no direction in life. It's like getting into a car and just driving. And when you're just driving, even when you arrive, you wouldn't know you've arrived because you're just driving. And when you live a life with no purpose, you're like the wind. Anything can blow you off. When you move, you can go left, you can go right. Wherever the wind is blowing, that's where you're going because you don't have a direction. And how can you get a direction? How do you know that this is my purpose? In one of my interviews today, I have some special guests I'm going to interview. One of them, we're going to talk about purpose. And I think from that interview, a lot of you will be inspired to understand what purpose is all about. And even if you haven't discovered your purpose yet, I encourage you, take time, meditate. Ask yourself, why am I here? Ask yourself, what gives me fulfillment? What gives me joy? I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, it is only when you're living your purpose that you will find life truly meaningful. Thank you everyone for joining. Make it count. And we're gonna take a little intermission break. And when we come back from the break, I'll be doing my first interview with our first guest. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, welcome to Make It Count show. And Make It Count is the ultimate platform that helps you, that inspires and empowers you to embrace all that is within you and to help you develop a sense of urgency and a sense of purpose with your life. So as you heard from our previous speaker, I have the last speaker that is going to come on stage right now. He's an entrepreneur, he's a speaker, and the founder of the Pro on the Go podcast. He's also the business development manager for the Misfits of Humanity organization. So I didn't want to do anything with Misfits of Humanity in this platform, but I just have to. So please welcome Jim Pagiamtzis. Hey. Great, thanks. All right.
Are you speaking to this now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Jim.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing. Yes? No?
On again.
Testing.
Good. On.
Testing. Thank you for being.
So
on
thank you.
The show. Well,
thank
you.
For coming, Jim. So I have
This might be a little funny here, but we're gonna do this.
I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
And the first thing I want to ask is, how did you? Because I know he's done a lot of things. He's been somebody I've worked with as well, and he's. I don't want to say he's somebody that is into media and marketing, because he does way more than that. But I love the fact that he has a sense of purpose. There are things that he does that he might not know, but I learn, I see the things he does. So that's why I always like to surround myself with people that can impact something. It's not, can give me something that I can take and I can run with. And definitely, I want you to tell the audience who you are.
Well, like I said, I've done a lot of things, but one of the most important things that I started many years ago was talking to people about success. I had a lot of great mentors in my life, and my promise to them is that you're mentoring me, but I want to pay it forward. So what I did is I began to interview people online and also write about them on my blog, and I call it a spotlight on success. So take that spotlight and put it on them. And it started where I would ask 2 dynamic questions and you supply the answers. Something I came up with, and they loved it. Just 2 questions, that's it, 2. And some of the answers I got were so unbelievable, because it was almost like they had to really think about it to answer that question. And I put my research into that question, and they would tell me that was the most powerful answer I've ever given to someone. They've been interviewed by a lot of people. So the effort you put into something like that, you get it so much in return. And I realized I was onto something, and I kept doing it. And then obviously doing everything online was another experience. And I got to interview Olympians and other people's success, and again, ask them those pointed questions, and some of the answers till this day I remember. And that's the part where maybe they don't share as often, or they don't get asked that good question. So my purpose was, you ask a good question, you're going to get a good answer. And so when I started the Pro on the Go last year, I want to take that same energy and passion, and it came through. It came through in flying colors, and I'm really proud that I took it to that new medium.
Okay, so with the climate, the COVID-19 climate.
Yes.
Can you share with us how you navigated through establishing the Pro on the Go podcast, and how you literally, when everybody was crying out, like things are very difficult and tough, how did you maintain your composure to go through that?
In short, it was a very tough time for the world. Let's be honest, it was a very tough time. But what I tell people is this, is I've been doing this for a long time. I've been hustling and going for a long time. So I got into what I love to do, read. Big reader, avid reader. Took courses. I delved into doing things I didn't really think I wanted to do, like editing videos. Yeah, right. You know, so I got into that. So I really put time into things that I kind of want to learn about. And that really inspired me. Yes, we're in tough times, but I went for power walks. You know, I listened to podcasts. I took that time to work on myself. I reached out to friends, thing called the phone, and spoke to them. So I took that time to work on myself. And doing that, you get blessed with new opportunities, new people. Like my business partner and I, we started a podcast a couple of years ago, and we're in season 3 right now. And that was a whole other blessing for both of us, because it was just the beginning of COVID. So because we're both, not going anywhere, we started a podcast. And that was an experience, because every week we do a new topic. So I had to do research. We did, climate change, mental health, every week. So it was like a project I had to do. And that for me was so powerful, to delve into a new topic every week. And we got lots of views, and people were listening, like more people were listening and watching. I was like, oh, I don't care what I look like, but they care what I say. But that was powerful because they cared, people cared. Again, it's all about, we all have something to share. And that's why when you asked me to be on this show, I felt that it was an honor to be on it, but also an opportunity to be, not to be the interviewer, but to be the interviewee, because I'm proud of what I've done, but also it's also how you share with the world. And especially now these times, I think it's important to pay it forward.
Thank you, Jim. And what message do you have for our audience today?
The only one thing I tell everyone is 3 things, actually. It's on my business card. I say, learn, keep learning. If you don't like reading, pick up an audiobook. If not, listen to a book. So you're not going to get away with that one. Speak. There's different ways you can speak. You can pick up the mic and become a speaker. You can start, go online and start your own YouTube channel and share. And the next one is socialize, meet people, network. When you do those 3 things, or one or a couple of those things, you will begin to grow. You'll learn. You'll evolve. And yes, and then the last one is monetize. You will find ways to monetize it, but do those 3 things, and your starting point is there. And that's what I do every day, at least a couple of them every day. And that what fuels me on a daily basis. And again, to have a chance to work with you on the misfits of humanity. I know we're going to talk about that, but I think it's important that I want to share something about that, because it was something that for me evolved in me, but also saw how it has grown. And now you have this amazing Make It Count, which I commend you on for doing. But we all met, and maybe another time we'll tell some other great stories of how we met, because that's a whole other. But I think that the passion, the guest you just had on, I spoke to her just after, because I can relate a lot of things that you said. I wrote a book early in my career, and it's just about my life, and it opened a lot of doors for me.
Yes.
But at the end of the day is pay it forward. There's a good sense of paying it forward in some small way. Pay for someone's coffee. Open the door for someone. Just one little bit of kindness makes it count.
Thank you, Jim. So where can people find you?
So you can go on you can find me on my podcast, The Pro on the Go, season 1 right now. And you can reach me through hqmedia.ca. You'll see all my information there. And you can see how my name is spelled there. You can find me on Instagram after that. But those are the 2 best ways. But like I said, learn, speak, socialize are the 3 best ways you can make an impact and make it count.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. And we're going to take our last break. When we come back, it's going to be the conclusion of the first episode of Make It Count. So see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you, everybody. We've come to the last part of Make It Count, Episode 1, Season 1. I'd love to say special thanks to our sponsors of today, Ace Limos. Thank you so much for your sponsorship, for being always present. Anything that I do, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Vic Joshi and the team. And if you ever have any wedding transportation needs, anything you want in the city of Toronto, you know where to go, Ace Limos. Check them out. And I also want to say thank you to Yoshi Idea, always there with me, always, all the time. So thank you, Yoshi. I want to say thank you to Towerway Studios. I want to say thank you to OKG Global for the amazing support, and I'm very grateful for that. And you know, when I started this show, it was just to make everybody understand that your life is precious. Don't waste it. I always say life is a gift, so make it count. When you leave from this place today, I want you to go with a sense of confidence, knowing that you are unique, that you are loved, you're cherished, and that it doesn't matter what you're going through at the moment, your life is bigger than the challenges you're facing. Your life is bigger than even your thoughts. So I want you to understand the uniqueness of your life. The reason why you're here on earth is to make it count. Never forget that. I'll see you all, episode 2 on the 26th of August. Thank you very much, and that's it for today.